What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant breaking news. Oh boy, are you ready for this? We just moved to the 1-inch yard line. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Hashtag EIDL with all your thoughts below. Share this video all over social media, Facebook and Twitter in particular. I want my $10,000 EIDL grant, exclamation, hashtag EIDL. Don't forget, tag those 10 or 12 people that are responsible for getting your money. And I've got a brand new venture. If you want me to help grow your business when all this madness is done, I need you to subscribe and hit that bell. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, breaking all over the place in the last hour and a half, and it may change before some of you see this video, according to multiple reports, the President of the United States aboard Air Force One last night got on the phone with Secretary Mnuchin and told him, quote, just get a damn deal done. So, Secretary Mnuchin, and again, this is all over the news networks, even CNN, if you can believe that or not, got on the phone last night with Nancy Pelosi. She held off on the vote. And to all the haters last night who kept telling me, oh, the deal's done, we're not going to get our 10 grand, bullshit. You're not only getting 10 grand, you might in fact get 50 grand, as I said last night. So don't go anywhere because I have a warning for you. What are you going to have to do? 3 or 4 things in order to make sure you get somewhere between $10,000 and $50,000 over the next, 30 days, maybe even less. But why are we moving to the 1-inch yard line? If you haven't also heard, Mitch McConnell just came out and said one of the biggest flops in the Republican Party, along with Marco Rubio, who chairmans the Senate Committee for Small Business. Mitch just said, and I quote, if Secretary Mnuchin brings me a deal with a 1 in front of it, not a 2, I have the votes to get it passed. Are you kidding me? I told you guys since we've been on the 2-inch yard line, we needed Mitch McConnell and then the President of the United States. Well, our president, whether you like him or not, apparently ripped Mnuchin an ass last night, probably because he needs the votes, and says, just get a damn deal done. So Secretary Mnuchin came out this morning and went from 1.5 to 1.6 and change. He's trying to mimic the Problem Solvers Caucus bill in the House, which I agree with because the HEROES Act is loaded up with pork. Nancy, however, savvy negotiator, says, I don't think so. So apparently in the last hour and a half, Mnuchin has moved up his variable, or his rider, to up to $2 trillion because there's some hawks in the Senate that won't accept a $2 trillion deal. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, we have permission to go to 1.999 trillion. If Nancy Pelosi is going to sit hardcore at 2.2 trillion, she needs to have her ass thrown out. I don't think it's going to happen, and that's what the stock market's telling us. There's a deal that's imminent. So what does it mean to each and every single one of you that have stuck with me? Thank you very much for the last 6 months. Through thick and thin, through the ups and downs, here we are. We now have 3 bills, and I'm going to cover them in a second, and I'm going to finish with a warning. We have the president saying, just get a damn deal done. We have Mitch McConnell, can you believe it, saying, bring me a 199 something or less, and I have the votes to get it passed. And Nancy's already on record with her $2.2 trillion deal. So here we are on July the 20th, and pay attention. By the way, have you given this guy a thumbs up yet? Have you shared this everywhere with you? I want my $10,000 EIDL grant, and you copy Mnuchin and the president, Rubio and Cardin, your 2 state senators, Pelosi and McCarthy, Schumer and McConnell. Please do that. And subscribe if you want me to help you grow your business. On July the 20th, in the Senate, the EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S.4227, was introduced by Jackie Rosen and John Cornyn. There's now officially 10 sponsors, over 35, close to 40 in fact, have verbally, including Chuck Schumer, voiced support for $80 billion for the grant and $100 billion for the loan. That's the bill in the Senate. We have 2 in the House. The Problem Solvers Caucus bill, which I like, is 1.523 trillion. It's a bipartisan bill. 50 Democrats, Independents, and Republicans wrote it. It's an attempt to break the gridlock. In that bill, there's $50 billion of EIDL grant money. And then, of course, we have the HEROES Act, 2.2 trillion, which has a lot of good stuff, including an extra $600 a week through the end of January in terms of unemployment benefits. But Nancy, and she did this on purpose, loaded it up with poison pills. It's a negotiating tactic. I tried to tell some of you last night, this woman might be off her rocker at times, but she's one hell of a negotiator. So she's pulled the president and Mnuchin up to 199 and change. We have Mitch McConnell, who we desperately needed to give us the thumbs up. Well, he just did. So ladies and gentlemen, we have the Senate bill calling for $80 billion on the grant. We have two bills in the House calling for at least $50 billion. And as I said yesterday, if you didn't watch the video, you need to. There is as much as $90 billion of grant money in the HEROES Act. If you look through it and watch the damn video, I highlight the long and short version of the bill. At minimum, it's $50 billion. Page 5 of the summary of 87, it says $50 billion. But if you go into the long version, it talks about something called Section I-1110 of the CARES Act. Well, in the HEROES Act, I know I'm confusing some of you, but follow me. There's something called the SBA Lifeline Grant. That wasn't in the original CARES Act. So to me, and I could be wrong, there's $90 billion of grants in the HEROES Act. There's the $50 billion that's related to Section I-1110 of the CARES Act. That would give each and every one of you watching me right now, and $7 million in the queue, the balance of the $10,000 grant that they're owed, and a loan, all three bills of which, up to $2 million now, if you qualify. But then we saw in the long version and in the summary as well of the HEROES Act, this SBA Lifeline Grant. And as I said in yesterday's video, please watch it again. If you have 50 employees or less, and you can show a 30% drop in revenue, you stand to get up to $50,000 of grant. That's free money. And in the HEROES Act, it also says that you can use that Lifeline Grant to pay off your PPP or your EIDL loan without penalty. And there's also a provision in there that says, Ms. Carranza, head of the SBA, when you get down to 10 billion left or 25%, you need to alert Congress so they can give you more money. In other words, there's no way, in my opinion, they're going to run out of money. It's just a question of when are they going to pass this damn thing and how long are we going to have to wait? Now, if you stuck this long, and you know what? Half people don't do it. You watch all the people in the comments, oh, what about this? Because they don't watch the fucking video. So listen to me when I'm telling you this. I have gotten, with all the other channels, us on the 1 yard line, thousands, tens of thousands of calls and emails have gotten us $50 billion minimum in both houses. There is a deal that's coming in the next few days to a week tops. But I cannot vouch for anyone who's full of shit. So if you're not a real business or you don't have your shit together, and I'm going to give you 3 or 4 things to do right now, it's your own fault. It's not mine. First thing, get your taxes done. We still have people that don't have their 2019 taxes done. You think they're going to give out $50 billion on the Lifeline Grant? And by the way, the formula is 6 months of working capital or 50 grand or less. So in other words, as I said in the last 2 videos, if your salary, your payroll, your credit card bills for your business, your rent, your utilities are $5,000 a month, times 6 months is 30 grand. Under the new Lifeline Grant and the HEROES Act, you're going to get $30,000, not 10. Did you hear what I just told you? $30,000, not 10. If you don't believe me, read the damn thing. I pinned it yesterday. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I also know this. If you guys don't do your taxes, you're not going to get this money, because with all the fraud, I'm not going to be surprised if they're going to write a provision in there that says, you need to show us your taxes. And another thing, how about a business checking account? Please do yourself a favor. Go down to one of the major banks and for 50 to 100 bucks, open a business checking account. Show yourself that you're legit. Half the fraud, if not more, are with these cash apps that it's hard to trace the fraud. They're going to look for those red flags. So get a website done, even a one-pager. If you have a website, do testimonials. Get your damn taxes done for last year. You can find someone to do it for 100, maybe 200 bucks. Get a business checking account done. And last but certainly not least, I would call up the SBA. It's 800-659-2955. 800-659-2955. You can do it through the loan portal, but I would call them up. Ask for Tier 2 and say, I would like to verify my banking information. I want to make sure it's correct in case this law passes and I get more grant money and or access to a loan up to $2 million. You're welcome. So talk to the Tier 2 agent and say, here's my routing number. Here's my account number. Is that what you have? Yes, it is. Great. I'm good to go. And then I would go into the loan portal and tell the Tier 2 agent, could you please notate my account that I called you to verify my banking information? I'll certainly do that. So ladies and gentlemen, are you giving this a thumbs up? Do you know 70% of people that watch my videos don't give me a thumbs up? What are you doing? Give me a thumbs up. Say something below, all caps. I want my $10,000 EIDL grant. Share it everywhere. And again, if you want me to help you grow your business when this madness is over, I'm thinking you're going to want to subscribe and hit the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. We're almost there, and thank you very much for watching.